This video we're going to have we're going to make a perpendicular line that goes to the point, and it's like I said, it's perpendicular to the line that you see here, the equation that we have here. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is we're going to use, remember we're using perpendicular, so perpendicular means the slopes are the opposite and the reciprocals. So first thing we want to do is find the slope of the original line. So we're going to take, and we can do rise over run if we wanted to here because we have a line, or we could take a 2 points and find the slope. And let's do that. Let's find 2 points. So I'm going to take this point here, alright, which looks like that is 2, 0, negative 2, 0. And we're going to take, there's not very many good points here. We'll pick, let's just say that this is a point here, just to say it is, okay? Alright, and we'll say that's 1 up 3, so there'd be 1, 3. Now, if I was to say that was the rise over run, we could say up 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3. So it looks like it's the way I have it written here, it's over 3 to the right 3. So that would be the slope of 1. Now let's use the points. So we're going to use the points. We're going to say y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Alright, and here's my 2 points. I have a negative 2, 0. And the other one is 1, 3. This will be my x1, this will be my y1, this will be my x2, this will be my y2. So I'm going to say 3 minus 0, and this one will be 1 minus a minus 2. Don't forget 2 negatives make a positive, so it'll be 3 plus 3, which is 1. So my slope is going to be 1 here. Alright, so we're going to take the point slope form. Okay, point slope form looks like this. And if you notice, there's only a 1 under the there's only a little 1 under the one of the x's and one of the y's. That's for our point. Now we get to pick the point that they want us to use. They want our line to go to go through 3, negative 2. Alright, our slope is 1. And so if we want to find the perpendicular of 1, so here's my slope 1. Remember we talked about this? And we want to put a 1 underneath it. The perpendicular of it means we flip it. So the bottom would be that. We'll change to that. And then the top, we'd rotate to the bottom. So we'd flip it. And also remember, we do the opposite sign. So instead of a plus, this one's a minus. So actually my perpendicular slope is going to be negative 1. So we're going to use negative 1 instead of 1. Alright, so here we go. Y minus, and we're going to use that 3 over there with the negative 2. Sorry, negative 2. Alright, and then we got m, and then my slope now is going to be a negative 1 if you remember we're taking the perpendicular of it. And then my other one will be a 3. Excuse me. So we're going to clean this up a little. We're going to make the 2 negatives a positive. Now we're going to distribute the whole negative 1 to x and make this a negative 1x. Negative 1 times 3 makes it a positive 3 because 2 negatives multiplied together give me positive. And I'm going to leave this side the same. I'm not going to change anything. Alright, now I want to move my 2 over to the other side because we want it to be y equals. And so we want to move that over. So we're going to subtract 2 to both sides. And when I do this, I get y equals a negative x, that's really 1x, plus 1. Alright, and this is supposed to be our line. So, if I go to where the y-intercept is 1, which is right here, go down one to the left one, down one to the left one, down one to the left one, I'm going to have a line that goes perpendicular to it. It's going to be something like this. Now remember what we said, my drawing's not that great, but that makes a 90-degree angle. So this is the perpendicular equation for the problem above. Let's try another one. Alright, so let's try to use rise over run this time. So we're going to use rise over run. Let's see if we can do it. Alright, so it looks like we have a good point right there. And it looks like we have a good point right here. Looks like we do. So we can go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so went to the right 6. Went down 8. So if we use rise over run, that's a negative 8 over 6. If we reduce this, this would be a negative 4 over 3. Alright, so there's my slope. So now let's use our point slope form. Remember, we need a point and we need a slope. We have the slope. Of 4/3. So because we're doing perpendicular, the slopes are opposite and they're the reciprocal. So instead of a negative, now it's a positive. And then now my slope's going to be 3/4. So I'm going to put 3/4 here for my slope. My x value is here, my y value is here. We're going to use the point that they want us to make it perpendicular through. So this is going to be negative 2. Let me change the color on here for you. 2. This will be y minus, and then this one will be a 5. Now we're going to distribute 3/4 to the x, which makes it 3/4 x. And then we're going to have a minus, and 3 times 2 is 6. Divide by 4, so that'd be 6 over 4. And if you reduce 6 over 4, you get 3/2. So I'm going to change it to 3/2. Now I'm going to add, let me bring this down here. Now I want to get y by itself because we want it in the slope-intercept form. We want y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to add 5 to both sides. So this becomes y equals, and this is still 3/4 x. So how do we get there? Now, if you had your calculator, you could just put negative 3/2 plus 5. You get a decimal answer, then hit math, enter, enter, and it would give you the fraction. We want this in fraction form. Now think about it, this really is negative 1.5. That's really what that is. And then plus 5. Now that doesn't mean we're going to add 5, make it 6.5. We actually take $5 and we'll subtract $1.50 from it. So if you had $5 and you subtract $1.50 from it, you would actually have $3.50. So 350 is the same thing as 2/2 or 7/2. So this here is our answer. It's our line that's going to be perpendicular to our equation. So we can take that point. We can either use the slope down 3, 1, 2, 3 over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's right there, and we draw our line like that. And this right here would make a 90-degree angle.